Welcome hobby enthusiasts! I'm Benne here at Minima Tabletop, and today I work with resin and paint the most loyal bodyguard an Archon could wish for. The Sslyth. Citadel Finecast resin is lighter and softer than the plastic I use from GW models, and I have to be more careful than usual when removing the parts from the sprue and clean up the trim, because it's very easy to damage the parts. After I have cleaned up everything and tried to see if the parts fit together, I come to the next step. Because there's often a greasy residual film on resin that is there to separate the sprue from the mold, I have to wash it off. To do this, I scrub it using an old toothbrush in water with a drop of dishwasher soap to clean it properly. And then I put the parts in a fresh water bath without soap before I dry them off well. I could paint the parts now, but it is possible that the resin parts are a little deformed, which can be easily fixed with a simple trick. I simply heat the deformed areas with a hairdryer until I notice that the material is becoming soft and malleable, and then bend it into shape. The resin hardens quickly as soon as it cools. Now I glue everything together with super glue. The plastic glue that I like to use on other plastic minis unfortunately doesn't work with resin. During the casting process with which the resin mini is made, small bumps can form due to air bubbles, which can easily be repaired with a bit of resin putty from the tube and a modeling tool. Now that the Sslyth is prepared, I first prime it and its shadow completely black. Then I prime the Sslyth from above in the direction where light might hit it with chaotic rect for a first simple light shadow contrast, which later on makes it much easier for me to bring the Sslyth to life with color. Then I drybrush the armor with Mephiston Red, for which I smear most of the paint onto a dry cloth until there's hardly anything left in the brush, and apply the paint with circular and wiping movements, for which the paint only comes out to the erased edges and creates a great contrast. I do the same with Wild Rider Red, but much more selectively only on the most prominent edges. Fast but effective contrast. Now I paint the scales with 1 to 2 slightly thinned coats of Skarsnik green. If a bit of the chaos red still shines through, it is perfect because the scaly skin will later have an even more beautiful color complexity. I paint the belly for the humanoid snake being opaquely with Rakarth Flesh. Then I completely shade the green scales with Coelia Greenshade. While the scaly skin is allowed to dry, I paint the weapons and metal elements with Leadbelcher. I paint the ornaments on the armor and a few metal details that I don't want in Leadbelcher with Retributor armor. Here you can also incorporate a few other metallic tones for more variants. I give the leather elements a well-covering layer of dried bark. I paint the sash in a beautiful dark purple, which stands out as a complementary color to the green scales as a color accent. While the purple still is a bit damp, I roughly highlight the edges with a lighter purple. I then also highlight the edges of the leather elements with Mournfang Brown, but instead of simply painting lines, I dab the edges for a more irregular, worn look. I reinforce the worn look with even more sparingly applied Rakarth Flesh dots. I paint each eye completely with Mephiston Red and pick out a few details before I generously shade everything except the green scales with Agrax Earthshade. Where there's too much color, I dab it off again. After the shade has dried, both eyes get a point of Averland sunset each, so that the red at the edges still shimmers through. I paint the reptile pupil very carefully with an ultra fine liner, which I link in the video description. Then quickly drybrush the scales with Moot green, and the Sslyth is ready to sneak towards the Archon's enemies. Working with resin can be a bit tricky, but with the extra time you invest in the preparatory work, you make it a lot easier on you. And I think the result is speaking for itself. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up or even subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. So, until next time, and remember, keep fighting grey plastic.